Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I just got my fact sheet from Etoro, which is basically a summary of my performance so far. And this is valid until August 2021. So I wanted to share this entire fact sheet with you because I thought it was pretty cool that we actually get fact sheets. And this happens when you move up to the elite level in the Popular Investor Program. So quickly going through it, here the strategy description is that this popular investor from the UAE is a medium-term investor focusing mainly on long equity, which is an apt description about my strategy. And that's because I don't short stocks. I don't use any ETFs to kind of, any sort of inverse ETFs to kind of short the market or anything. Also, I'm not using any leverage in the portfolio. So all my returns and everything, it's without any leverage, without shorting. It's plain vanilla, just, buying into a company and, get a return that way. The year-to-date performance is 84.64%. In the last 12 months, the portfolio has returned 128.41%. Last month, it was negative 2.45%. And the total return so far, which I guess would include last year's return, 2020's return, and this year so far, is 157.87%. There's some general information. This is kind of interesting because you can actually see the total AUM, which is right here. AUM is basically assets under management. So Etoro has this feature called the copy trading feature, where someone else can mimic exactly the moves that I'm making in my portfolio. And their funds will kind of be assigned in the same manner in which I'm kind of assigning funds into different portfolio positions. So totally, I don't directly have it, but $672,000 of other people's money is basically mimicking the portfolio moves that I'm doing on my account. And yeah, I've got 544 copiers right now. So that's the AUM. Those 544 people kind of constitute that AUM of 672,000. In terms of the tier, so there are 4 tiers on eToro, starting with the cadet tier, champion, then there's elite and elite pro. So at the elite level is when they start actually giving you this fact sheet. So that's pretty cool. By the way, if anyone does want to see this fact sheet for themselves, they can do so because I'll include a link in the description below where you can check this entire fact sheet out for yourself. And it's updated automatically. So irrespective of when you're actually watching this video, you can get the updated fact sheet at that point. Also, if you want to see my portfolio, I'll include a link in the description below to the entire portfolio so you can see the positions for yourself. Some statistics related to the account, to the portfolio. Total return annualized is 113%, which is, frankly, it's not a repeatable return that I can get. I'm not Joel Greenblatt. I can't average like 100% per year. So this is probably way too high. And it's not really a good judge for performance right now because I've been on the platform for a very short time, and it's more about establishing a track record on eToro. So this return really doesn't mean much. 113% annualized. Yeah. Winning months, I guess this kind of makes a big, it makes somewhat of a difference. It shows that at least 2/3 of the time, they are winning months. Yeah. The max drawdown is negative 7.24% Sharpe ratio, which is the return of the portfolio minus the risk-free rate divided by standard deviation of the portfolio. Basically, it tells you how you're doing relative to the risk that you're taking, the standard deviation, the volatility of the portfolio. And anything above 1 is considered to be a good Sharpe ratio. So this is at 1.2, which is good. Yeah, standard deviation monthly, 23.7%. Correlation to the S&P 500, negative 0.18. So correlation is between -1 and +1. So the closer it is to say +1 means it's correlated. It is perfectly correlated to the S&P 500, which is the market rate of return that they're considering here. -1, closer to -1 would be that you're negatively correlated to the market. If it's close to 0, it shows that the portfolio performance is relatively uncorrelated to the market. So yeah, -0.18 shows that it's negatively correlated, but it's almost 0. So somewhat uncorrelated, which is kind of fair because my portfolio is nothing like the S&P 500. It's a very concentrated portfolio that focuses on holding like mostly like 6 to 8 holdings. And that's not really a comparable return for the S&P 500, which has obviously 500 of the largest companies in that fund. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the fact sheet. I think moving forward, like the return is going to be good. And we have a huge catalyst coming up for our largest holding, which is Pershing Square Holdings this month. And I think we will probably do quite well this month and then even moving forward. And I think that this AUM number will be a lot higher, primarily driven by the returns in the portfolio, more than people actually contributing funds into the copy that they have, the copy amounts. So yeah, hoping that the portfolio does well moving forward. I'll continue to make the monthly portfolio updates as I always do. I put the last one up on the 1st of September. So do check that out if you haven't already. That's it for me, and take care.